because normally I would just take that step, but I'm in this pencil skirt, so it didn't work out. But yeah, maybe just practice actually. So hello, it's nice to see you guys. Yeah, this is how tall I like my men. This is a huge crowd. I was not expecting to do this. I came down from Sacramento to take vacation here in Ventura, where I have no friends and no family, because I'm basically doing my part for COVID. So I actually started doing comedy when I turned 40, because by the time you're my age, you laugh at all your own jokes, and you don't care if the audience laughs. So I basically waited till I was a narcissist. I actually used to tell jokes during karaoke songs, because I do a lot of karaoke, and I would always select songs with a really long intro. So I would tell jokes. The audience hates that when you have a long intro in a karaoke song. So I would tell jokes to quell them until the singing began. But then, of course, 2020 hit and couldn't do karaoke anymore. So I started going to the live streams of comedians on YouTube. And I noticed pretty quickly that not only would I get the attention of all the chatters in the live stream, but I would get the attention of the comedians themselves, and they would like tell my jokes and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is great. I want to be a comedian's comedian. But as it turns out, I'm just a really good heckler, and I should probably get a world record for heckling, because there's this one comedian, and he's very staunch about reform the police or abolish the police, depending on the sins of the station. And I heckled him so hard that he threatened to call the cops on me. And somehow this caused a domino effect in my left-handed thinking mind that I would put a new item on my bucket list. Because you see, I always accomplish my goals very quickly, and my bucket list ends up empty again. So I decided, I know what I'll put on there that'll stick for a while. I'll put date a comedian on my bucket list. Everyone knows comedians are perpetually single. But the only risk you run by falling in love with a comedian is you go from being a hopeless romantic to just hopeless. I do have a little bit of experience with that, because I did try to date a comedian up north, and he's also a surfer. It didn't work out, because one day we were having a fight, and I told him, you know, you're always posing like Popeye, and your hair makes you look like Count Chocula, and I'm pretty sure that your resemblance to cartoons is a reflection of your maturity level. So he told me to never contact him again. And so after we went no contact, I started surfing, not because I thought it would win him back, but because if you can't have a man, take his sport. And his job. I have pretty bad luck dating. I did actually try to date a cop in 2020. I met him at a Black Lives Matter protest, and it was going really well. I couldn't believe how conscientious and open-minded he was. He would sit with me and watch all the videos on why to abolish the police and all the videos on how to reform the police. And I was very surprised until one night he heard the phrase, "All cops are bastards, ACAB." And he looked at me and he said, "All cops are smarter." And I looked at him and I said, "If that were true, you would have said all cops are brainy." And he left me. Dating is rough. I know a lot of people, when they get married, when they find the person for them, they say, this person feels like home to me. But the only person that I ever felt at home with, it turned out to be a halfway house. So, sometimes my friends tell me, you should try going on a dating reality show. Maybe you'd have good luck there. But I just feel like I would get to the end of the first round and be like, this is such a difficult decision. I want to cut you all. But here we are, another lonely holiday, and I'm trying to rewrite some jokes because I want to leave out. There's this religious joke about Jesus that I'm not trying to tell now. Go ahead and tell it. All right. This is the time for you to do it. So Christians are thinking, there's more to think about at Christmas time than just being alone. There's also, Jesus and Christianity. And the interesting thing that I learned is that Jesus actually wasn't crucified. He lived a long life. It was Judas that was crucified. So you mean to tell me that this religion that has been spread and believed around the world, wars fought for it, and is based on a false premise? So, yeah, see, that was the one I was going to leave out, but that's okay. Then another thing, I lost my segment change for that, but, Christians are scared of, So it's based on a false premise? So it's starting to sound like a successful takeover by Satanists, which really makes politics make a lot more sense. Sorry. And I'm totally blowing it here. I'm bombing like the U.S. government. We're going to lose civilians. It's mostly going to be my ego. But Christians are scared of, the devil or Satan or whatever. And so there's some, God, can I get the words out? There's some vaccines that have an enzyme in them called luciferase, which is a bioluminescence. And so normal conspiracy theorists think you're going to track them with that, but the reason Christian spirit is because of the name luciferase. So I did a little research, and it actually does come from the name Lucifer, which means light bearer or bearer of light. Light bearer. Live in love and light, y'all. It brings a whole new meaning to the phrase go into the light. Basically telling you to go to hell. So, these are the jokes I plan to tell religious people. I'm really sorry. You can invite me to your church. I'm here all week. And there is other really good news out about the vaccines, though. They finally came out with a vegan vaccine, and I was very excited to hear about this because you don't know how long I've waited to be vaccinated against vegans. I think that's where I want to stop. There's one more thing I want to say about dating, though, but I have to read it out of my book because it's so specific that I can't remember it yet. And it is, and this goes along with you buying me a coffee, I thank you for that. Oh, yeah. It's the holidays, I'm lonely, I've got this hole in my heart. Coffee is basically the only thing that fills the hole in my heart, where some dude I don't know burnt me with acid, which we apparently define as love. And that's where I'm going to go ahead and stop now after whatever this was. Thank you so much.